Hi, I'm Scott. ROCKFILE back with another podcast review for you. Going to talk about the 2013 film Curse of Chucky. I honestly checked out after the fifth one, I think. I watched the first three. They were never three of my favorite horror movies, although the original still had, some charm. And then they took a left turn into some craziness that I actually really enjoyed. The fourth and fifth ones were entertaining, although the fourth one would probably be the best of that left turn. Well, this sixth one that I had never heard of, well, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it, picked it up, cheap, watched it, and was quite surprised with how much fun I had with it. To give you a little background, HamiltonBook.com is a place I order some cheap movies from. They tend to get things that are going out of print. They got a big shipment of Shout Factory stuff. A lot of them were movies that were coming out on Steelbooks soon. But they had a whole bunch of 4Ks from Shout Factory, a lot cheaper than even Amazon had them for. I don't remember what I paid for this, probably about $15 or less. It's pretty cheap for a 4K with a bunch of extras, and I looked up the reviews. The movie got decent reviews, and the picture got 5 out of 5 from Blu-ray.com, and the sound got a really good review. It's the return of Don Mancini, who directed and wrote the original one. He wrote and directed this one. Fiona Dourif stars in it. She's Brad Dourif's daughter. Did an incredible job in the film. There's another cast, but most of the cast I wasn't really familiar with. There's some interesting twists and turns, but what makes this one different than what came before is it's a return to the first one. It's almost a direct sequel with the first one. It has none of the cheese. They take it all very seriously. Chucky, when he finally starts moving that you see on camera, it's pretty shocking when it happens. The whole movie's played for a dark, remove the comedy and craziness of the last two movies. Now, there's a plot twist at the very end, and there's a post-credit scene that's a big plot twist, too, that kind of connects things back, and I don't want to give anything away if you haven't seen this film. I understand it was direct-to-video, but somehow, I don't know how they got it, but they got a pristine 4K copy of it. It truly is a beautiful looking film. There's a lot of dark and dim scenes that the HDR does great. It has Dolby Vision. It's just a 5.1 DTS HD mix, but it rocked my home theater. Really enjoyed the surround sound. And there's some great extras, some current conversations with some of these people, plus some behind the scenes from back then. Shout Factory has again done a nice special edition here for fans of the film. Is it my favorite horror movie of the year? Doubtful, but I certainly liked it more than I expected to. It's a good old school Chucky slasher movie done right with mostly practical effects. There's hardly anything computer generated in this film, and it looks great. And I enjoy the twists. There's even a twist that is not horror related that's actually pretty interesting. Again, some of the extras talking to the people behind the scenes today, including the people who actually worked the puppet, because it was an actual Chucky doll that they used in a lot of the scenes. I thought the setting was great. The acting was good. There's some real scenes of terror, real scenes of horror in this. There's some pretty decent gore as well. All in all, I was shocked. I'd give it a 3.5 out of 5. And I don't score Chucky movies that high on movies that I enjoy, but I'm quite surprised with this one. And I understand the one following this. Let's see, this was Curse of Chucky. Anyway, the Cult of Chucky is supposed to continue on this storyline and this kind of feel. I thought this was great, and I'll watch the next one if I can get a cheap copy of it. Yeah, this is something I would pull out if somebody says I want to watch a horror movie, but not a Chucky movie. I'd go, well, you might want to watch this one. Probably the best of the Chucky movies, or definitely the best of the sequels. And it looks fantastic in 4K. Even got a slipcover with my copy from Hamilton Book. I was pretty impressed all around. So if you lost interest after the left turn twist and comedy and well, really some slapstick and tongue-in-cheek. It was all sorts of stuff when they took that left turn on movies 4 and 5. I think 6 is a return and a good sequel to the first one. If you like that vibe, this is it. And during the extras, they go back to the second one and show some stuff from that, and it's a lot cheesier than this. This is a good modern scary movie. Came out in 2013, direct to video. Got a great 4K release from Shout Factory. You should pick it up if you're a fan. I know there's a full box set out there. Is it in 4K? I don't need all the movies, but I really enjoyed this one. I don't even own a copy of the first one anymore. I might have to go back and revisit that one. Anyway, Curse of Chucky. It's a great 4K from Shout Factory and a surprisingly good Chucky movie if you like Chucky movies. Scott and ROCKFILE. More podcasts are on the way. Please like, share, and subscribe, and have a spectacular day.